The late 50s and early 60s were a special time for America. The whole world knew the meaning of the phrase, "Made in the USA." America's destiny could best be described as nothing but groovy. Until in 1957, the first man-made object to orbit the Earth was launched successfully, not by Americans, but by the Soviets. The space race was on. America was in second place. 4 months later, America swore in a new young president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
His inaugural remarks ushered in Camelot and called for America to rise up and face these challenges. That spring, the Soviets hurled another gauntlet. Cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man in space. America's reputation for world leadership was being challenged by Russia's technological success in space. The race for space continued. On May 5th, America launched its first human space mission, Mercury 3. On May 26, 1961, President Kennedy made a special presentation to Congress on urgent national needs.
Now it is time to take longer strides. Time for a great new American enterprise. Time for this nation to take a clearly leading role in space achievement, which in many ways may hold the key to our future on Earth. I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
Bold, insightful, challenging. The entire country embraced the challenge. Experts were recruited, industries were mobilized, and the funds were secured. At one point, the budget for the space effort equaled 50 cents a week for every man, woman, and child in America.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
America soon had other reasons to stand tall. The Mercury program was achieving its goals. On February 20th, 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth and was given a hero's welcome back home. The next series of missions, the Gemini program, carefully advanced along the path of a lunar landing. The Apollo missions were sequenced to achieve our nation's goal. Apollo 8 completed the first manned trip around the moon. All systems appeared to be go for a landing on the moon.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
And then 6 hours later, America achieved the goal only dreamt of in every nation through every age.
I'm going to step off the limb. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
By accomplishing the mission of putting a person on the moon by the end of the decade, the U.S. space program had done something more important than unlocking the mysteries of space. It had unleashed the power of a great belief, the belief that no matter how difficult, no matter how great the odds, a vital objective can be accomplished when inspired leadership combines with absolute commitment and dedication to mission.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.